So for our paint protection film installs, we use Xpel Ultimate Plus, and in all varieties of Xpel, but we use Xpel. And just a few different things I'd like to point out as we kind of walk you through the process. First and foremost, every vehicle's got to have a heavy decontamination. The proper washing, flushing of the crevices, surface decontamination, whether that be fallout remover and clay bar, whatever it might be, we've got to get the surface flushed and all the debris out as much as we possibly can. So that's a huge part of the process before we even get started on the car. Next, as we move into getting the patterns ready, we use Xpel's Design Access program that's available to installers. And so we'll go through there and we use patterns for everything that we can. There are some things that don't have a pattern available, and so we have to do what's called a bulk wrap, where we do it by hand and customize our own patterns for things. That's pretty rare that we need to do it, but when the time arises, we can handle that. In regards to the patterns, we go through each vehicle and we make sure that we do the best install possible in regards to what edges can be wrapped or rolled, what corners can be tucked, those types of things. So we'll take the pattern that's given to us by Xpel, and then we'll tweak what we feel needs tweaking. And so whether that be wrapping an edge on a hood or a fender or a bumper or a rocker panel kit or something by a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch, we'll try to make the best decision possible. And I say that because some people try to shove film into areas where film is not supposed to go. And it may look good at first, but then down the road a couple months, edges start to peel up and things like that because it never really got full adhesion because it was crammed somewhere it shouldn't have been crammed. So we tweak the patterns the best that we can to give you the best long-lasting install. And what I mean by that is the film itself carries a decade warranty, so we want the install to last and look beautiful for that entire period, if not longer, right? So again, we make smart decisions on how we install the film, okay? So as we go about each install, whether a corner or an edge or whatever needs to be wrapped, we evaluate that when we're getting the pattern ready. The other thing that we'll do too is, so this Audi that we're installing on in this particular video doesn't have a whole lot of badges on it, but just to give you an example, we don't like to do cutouts around badges. So like, for example, say if we were wrapping the trunk on this Audi where the A3 logo is and the Quattro logo is, instead of doing a pattern that would have a cutout around those and look kind of, I don't know, distasteful and cheesy, we would much prefer to make a template for those emblems, take those emblems off, install the film, and then lay the template back down and reinstall the emblems over the top of the film. So then you don't have any cheesy cutouts and you get a much cleaner install. Moreover, you'd probably never even know that there was film on that panel due to the lack of the cutouts and the clarity of the film. So if there are any emblems on your vehicle, we are always very, very cautious and careful, and we navigate through that in the cleanest way possible. So that'll just give you a few basic ideas or a few basic little tidbits of info in regards to how we look at each car as we proceed through your install, and what really matters to us, and the things we try to do in a very smart fashion to give you the best result possible.